By us being clear as to what it is we desire, we are planting the seeds in our subconscious to ultimately create what it is that we desire. The third step toward riches. Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. All right, we've made it to week 3 of 13 weeks to becoming rich mindset series. Again, it's based on the 13 principles in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Week 3, step 3 is autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. The third step toward riches. By the time you get to step 3, Napoleon writes, you're instructed to read aloud twice daily the written statement of your desire for money, and to see and feel yourself already in possession of the money. By following these instructions, you communicate the object of your desire directly to your subconscious mind in a spirit of absolute faith. Through repetition of this procedure, you voluntarily create thought habits which are favorable to your efforts to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent. Now, so by us being clear as to what it is we desire, feeling the emotion of that and repeating that twice a day, we are training our subconscious. We are engaging our subconscious. We are planting the seeds in our subconscious to ultimately create what it is that we desire. You've heard the term, man is the master of his destiny. But what does that mean? Napoleon Hill writes, man becomes the master of himself and of his environment because he has the power to influence his own subconscious mind. Autosuggestion is the vehicle, the medium that man uses so his subconscious mind will ultimately lead him to that of which he desires. As Napoleon Hill says, the actual performance of transmuting desire into money involves the use of autosuggestion as an agency by which one may reach and influence the subconscious mind. You see, we cannot accomplish what we really want unless it's been planted in our subconscious mind. He defines autosuggestion as the agency of communication between that part of the mind where conscious thought takes place and that which serves as a seat of action for the subconscious mind. You see, what we desire is conscious, but autosuggestion is what is used to transfer that conscious thought into our subconscious. It's what is in our subconscious mind that truly dictates that of what we do, whether it's positive or negative. As he says, autosuggestion is the agency of control through which an individual may voluntarily feed his subconscious mind on the thoughts of a creative nature, or by neglect, permit thoughts of a destructive nature to find their way into this rich garden of the mind. Your mind is precious. It's a garden, and that garden will grow either with flowers or with weeds, depending on what you put in it. It's not sufficient to just say the statement twice a day. What is required to reach your subconscious mind is emotion. He instructs us, when reading aloud the statement of your desire, through which you are endeavoring to develop a money consciousness, that the mere reading of the words is of no consequence, unless you mix emotion or feeling with your words. You will not get no appreciable results until you learn to reach your subconscious mind with the thoughts or spoken words which have been well emotionalized with belief. Mr. Hill instructs us to concentrate and focus so on that of what you desire that it reaches the point of becoming a burning obsession. And a burning obsession is something that you think about every moment of the day. You go to bed thinking about it. You wake up thinking about it. You go to the grocery store thinking about it. You're at the dentist's office thinking about it. Your desire is your North Star. It is your purpose. It sets the direction of which you are taking your life. You cannot imagine life without that desire. You cannot imagine life without accomplishing that of which you do desire. That is what concentration will allow you to do. Imagination is what you reveal the plan to acquire that of what you desire. Mr. Hill says, don't wait for a definite plan. Begin at once to see yourself in possession of the money, demanding and expecting meanwhile that your subconscious mind will hand over the plan or plans you need. Be on the alert for these plans, and when they appear, put them into action immediately. When the plans appear, they will probably flash into your mind through your sixth sense in the form of inspiration. Treat it with respect and act upon it as soon as you receive it. Remember, in step 1, desire, it asks you to create a plan. But obviously, in that moment in time when you are developing your definite statement of desire, you may not know how you're going to achieve it. But Mr. Hill tells you in step 3, how? It's through your imagination. It's through the repetitive, emotionalized statement of your desire. The plan will come, and you have to be alert for it because it may be just a flash. So it's 2 things that's required. Be on alert for when the plan comes and be ready to act immediately. But he warns us, he tells you, don't let reason get in the way. Do not trust your reason when creating your plan for accumulating wealth through the transmutation of desire. Your reason faculty may be lazy, and if you depend entirely upon it to serve you, it may disappoint you. Okay, remember, the plan comes from an energized, emotionalized thought, the momentum, and you have to act right away to take advantage of that momentum. If you delay, your rational and reasonable self may get in the way, and it may convince you of why you should not execute this plan. It may allow all of your fears and doubts to come to the forefront to stop you. So Mr. Hill says, ignore reason. Trust your instinct. Trust your sixth sense. If that is the way forward, it comes to you. Accept it and move forward. Trust it. He says, when visualizing the money you intend to accumulate with closed eyes, see yourself rendering the service or delivering the merchandise you intend to give in return for this money. This is important because the plan is how you're going to accumulate your wealth, how you're going to accumulate this money. What service or product are you going to provide? See yourself providing that service or creating that product. That's part of the visualization. Mr. Hill writes, to stimulate your subconscious mind. These instructions given in connection with the 6 steps in the 2nd chapter will now be summarized and blended with the principles covered by the chapter as follows. The first step is go into a quiet spot, preferably in bed at night, when you will not be disturbed or interrupted. Close your eyes and repeat aloud so that you may hear your own words. The written statement of the amount of money you intend to accumulate, the time limit for accumulation, and a description of the service or merchandise you intend to give in return for the money. As you carry out these instructions, see yourself already in possession of the money, right? Very clear, quiet place. Don't be interrupted. Close your eyes. Say out loud so you can hear it yourself. A specific amount of money you intend on accumulate, when you intend on accumulate that money, and how you intend on accumulating that money, which is your plan. And then finally, visualize yourself in possession of that money. Step 2, repeat this program night and morning until you see in your imagination the money you intend to accumulate. I mean, literally, see your bank account with that number. See your investment accounts with that number. See yourself in the place that you will be once you've accumulated the money. Third, place a written copy of your statement where you can see it night and morning and read it just before retiring and upon arising until it has been memorized. If you follow these 3 steps, you will have stimulated your subconscious mind so that it is now fertile ground and is now the vehicle to lead you to that of which you truly desire. Thought is a thing coupled with emotion, which is faith. And with faith, repeated affirmation that's clear and specific, that is emotionalized, will go to your subconscious and become who you are. Your ability to use the principle of autosuggestion will depend largely upon your capacity to concentrate on what you desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession. Put a different way, your ability to use autosuggestion will turn on your ability to focus to just that one thing that you desire and not be distracted or detoured. This chapter is so important that Mr. Hill writes at the end, after you read this entire book, come back to this chapter and follow in the spirit and in the action and in the instruction. Read the entire chapter aloud once every night until you become thoroughly convinced that the principle of autosuggestion is sound, that it will accomplish for you all that has been claimed for it. As you read, underscore with a pencil every sentence which impresses you favorably. Follow the foregoing instruction to the letter, and it will open the way for a complete understanding and the mastery of the principles of success. All right, folks. So we leave a little bit of homework for this week. It's what I'd like you to do. Write out on a sheet of paper your new written statement of what you desire. So you find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and repeat out loud the written statement. As you do this, visualize yourself as already in possession of your desire. Employ concentration and the positive emotions, especially faith, in your recitation of the statement. Your subconscious will not be moved by unemotional, impassionate recitation. Say it with meaning. Say it with the emotion. Say it as if it is your being. Say it as if it is yours. Manifest it by believing in it and say it out loud. Hear yourself speak it. And as you do that, know that it will become a reality. See you next week.